The Great Depression was the worst economic disaster in American history. During the Great Depression, obtaining a diverse range of food items became notably more arduous due to various factors such as pervasive poverty, economic difficulties, and scarcities of food supplies. This scenario is remarkably similar to the present times and what we may face in the future. Therefore, we will examine 10 items that presented significant difficulties during that era, with the aim of guaranteeing that we have those vital products adequately stocked in our pantry. Please stay tuned as we delve into this topic. If you find this content valuable, please consider showing your support by hitting the subscribe button. Your support genuinely means a lot. A crucial characteristic of history is its tendency to repeat itself, with patterns recurring over time. The length of these cycles can range from shorter 10-year spans to longer periods of 80 to 100 years. As an example, the current turmoil in the stock market reflects an 80-year cycle that mirrors the broader economic landscape. In today's discussion, we will center our attention on the Great Depression, an era characterized by noteworthy food-related hardships experienced by the global population. Today we will discuss food items that posed significant challenges during the Great Depression, as they were difficult to procure, preserve, and produce, mainly due to inadequate preparation and scarcity of food resources. Our primary objective is to be well prepared for any unforeseen circumstances that may arise, as the better equipped we are, the more likely we are to navigate any uncertainties successfully. In order to demonstrate the hardships experienced during the Great Depression, I have created a list of 10 items that were impacted by disruptions in deliveries, crop failures, and the closure of food manufacturing plants. Due to the high number of unemployed individuals who were unable to purchase basic necessities, it is essential to ensure that our pantries and long-term food storage are well stocked and organized, allowing us to face any situation with confidence, particularly when it comes to food security. 1. Meat. Meat tops our list, and during the Great Depression, its prices soared to the extent that most households couldn't afford it, and even those who could buy it were limited to small portions. 2. Fresh produce. Fresh produce was predominantly seasonal and grown on a smaller scale during the Great Depression, but in today's world, we emphasize the importance of growing our own produce to become self-sufficient and less reliant on external sources. This not only helps to ensure a consistent supply of fresh produce, but also promotes a healthier lifestyle and a better understanding of where our food comes from. 3. Tea, which was once considered a luxury item due to its high cost, was used sparingly during the Great Depression. Nowadays, tea is relatively inexpensive and can be a valuable addition to long-term pantry storage. It offers a comforting and warm beverage that can be enjoyed at any time. 4. Dairy products. Dairy products, including milk, butter, and cheese, were in short supply during that era. As a result, families had to depend on powdered versions of these products. Although powdered dairy products aren't the most desirable option, they can be sufficient in limited quantities, providing essential nutrients. Stocking our pantries with such items can be a smart way to prepare for potential food shortages. 5. Sugar. Due to its scarcity, sugar was difficult to come by during the Great Depression, and families were compelled to seek out alternative sweeteners, such as molasses and corn syrup. These natural sweeteners served as substitutes for sugar, and they remain viable options today for diversifying our pantry and reducing our dependence on refined sugar. 6. Coffee. During the Great Depression, coffee was viewed as a luxury item that many families couldn't afford. To cope with this scarcity, people turned to alternatives like chicory and roasted acorns. This resourcefulness highlights the fact that during periods of shortage, we can come up with inventive solutions to retain some sense of normalcy. 7. Eggs. Eggs were also viewed as luxury items due to difficulties in providing feed for livestock and poultry. The shortage of feed led to a decline in animal populations, which in turn resulted in fewer byproducts like eggs. To cope with this scarcity, eggs were substituted with powdered or freeze-dried alternatives. Today, these options continue to provide alternatives for long-term food storage and emergency preparedness. Including powdered eggs is recommended. 8. Flour. During the Great Depression, flour was scarce and families had to use cornmeal and oatmeal as substitutes. Bread, which was a staple food, was rationed and difficult to find in stores, so people had to bake their own at home. Today, we can experiment with alternative baking options, like sourdough, which not only serves as a substitute for store-bought bread, but also as a healthier option. 9. Nuts. Families during the Great Depression had to rely on alternatives like beans, lentils, and peanut butter for protein as meat products were scarce. While not an ideal situation, proper storage of nuts can provide a valuable source of protein. 10. Canned goods. Canned goods were in short supply as well due to their cost. As a versatile and long-lasting food storage option, canned goods offer a wide variety of foods that can be preserved for extended periods if stored correctly. Investing in canned goods is essential. Taking into account that history tends to repeat itself sometimes, it's essential to consider this list when evaluating your pantry, and ensuring that you have a well-rounded and sustainable food supply. Long-term food storage is an essential aspect of preparedness that is often overlooked. Our approach to this involves a comprehensive plan that enables us to store non-perishable items such as beans, rice, pasta, canned goods, and preserved items. These items can last for an extended period and provide us with the necessary resources to handle unforeseen challenges such as economic downturns, natural disasters, and other emergencies. By having a well-stocked food reserve, we can guarantee that our families have access to food during difficult times. This approach provides us with peace of mind and a sense of security, allowing us to focus on other critical aspects of survival. Moreover, it helps us to become more self-sufficient and less dependent on external sources for our basic needs. To ensure that our food reserves remain sufficient, we must keep adding to them regularly. We hope that you found this information valuable and that you will join us in our journey towards preparedness and self-sufficiency. Thank you for your time, and we hope you have a fantastic day.